Hi, and welcome to Millennium Computer's online 5-minute tutorials. In today's session, we're going to answer the question, how do I save filter options that I use every time? So if you're like most people, you have a couple reports you run fairly regularly, and you may or may not change any of the parameters you use as filter options on those queries. Now, one option, of course, is to use the pinned reports feature, and we're going to cover pinned reports in a different tutorial. But for today's session, what we want to look at are those filter options where you never change the filter option, although you may change some other parameters of the report. Let's do a really simple example. I'm in the student reporting module right now, and I'm looking at a course summary page. Now, a few options might be to build this query up. Let's perhaps choose a subject. Let's say we're responsible for monitoring the chemistry courses, all the courses with the subject of chemistry. Let's also suppose we'll always be looking at those courses in arts and sciences. Those are two fields on drop-down menus that you may not want to have to look up every time you run a query. Simple solution is to pin it to your report. If you click the save icon next to the header, you'll never have to re-enter that parameter again. Let's do the same thing for the college field. Now when I run this report, it's going to execute chemistry and arts and science by default every time. The other field you could consider pinning is the term field. One tip I'm going to give you about pinning the term field as a default is that you want to avoid pinning a specific term hard-coded. Let me show you an example. If I enter the term of 2010-01, we're looking at the term results for 2010-01, whether or not that term has expired. If what I really want to get at is current term, let's avoid hard-coding an actual term, and let's use the function button. If you click on the function button, you can select current term. What this will do is a quick calculation behind the scenes to determine what is today's date and what's the associated term with today's date. You can then pin this so that this report will always execute as of today's date and bring you back the results for the appropriate current term. If you do wish to look for historical records, you would have to delete the current term and enter a prior term. Just a quick tip to keep in mind, the function key may be the more suitable option than hard coding a term. Hope this has been helpful, and we'll see you next time.